Alright. So, this session was one that we had as we were kind of try to start up this campaign. Can't remember why. I think it was like in between figuring out about the Krakoa guys and if we were going to start with that or with Thea's thing. So we kind of did the time jump of Thea being at the meteor to where it is now. She finds out it's 3 months later as she appears in her father, King Ralnor's study, and is shocked and finds that he's got a lot of like maps in the room that are showing what her and her companions did and the routes they've taken. He takes Thea to her room and has a royal mage kind of look over her and see what happened. And this is where she finds that she was in the plane of air. They kind of figure out that part, but that's all that she's able to get, and not know why she's missing some memories and what happened. So I left that up to like planar stuff going on. And during the session, she had 3 days. She had a room. Word was sent out that the sister that she does like, Say, was going to arrive in 3 days. So she had 3 days to kind of spend in the capital with her mom and her dad, mostly her mom, to go do things. They did some shopping. Thea took the queen to the waterfall she visited as a kid, and then 3 days later, Say shows up, which is Thea's older sister. That's just one older than her. So, and introduced Thea to her friend Raffin, that I took from a photo of an elf and a guy that had, so, and I felt fit those. And they pretty much spent some days catching up and a day at the waterfall before Thea decided to take one of the horses that was on the cart that the royals had brought back and found and all that. Going over what was there, nothing was really there anymore. Even the mouse house that Gil made was a bit ripped apart. This was because I had planned that the mouse, having a bit of the displacer beast, kind of grew a little bit and became a bit more of a monstrosity. So, thus was making his house a little warmer or a little bigger, until he was too big and just left. So he was not there. But she took one of the horses and went to see Adelcy, the turtle that she has, and talk with the goblins that she left at Mayana, that she named Sil and Tur. Then after a few days, Theo returned to Terran, the city that they were at before, and found the sunken pony was very empty, and there was a new bartender behind the counter asking about this. Thea Thea found that the new bartender is named Oren and is the brother of Oreg Strongarm. So this is where I finally used that joke up that they said way before of the joke of the name. And that Oreg is sick from being overworked, seeing as he was always like the only one manning the bar and the tavern. It kind of made sense that he'd have to get overworked. So it was pretty fun there to joke around about how Oren's not a good cook and how it's driving his brother mad to have him there and causing more trouble for the business. But then after that, Thea went to Gruaic Stronghammer to finish up the quest from 3 months ago. But on her way there, she comes across Figerson Newton, the boy that she'd befriended, and who had a new dog named Lady, which was actually a blink dog. So Faye and could teleport and stuff. This was actually based on Thea's real dog that had passed away. So we kind of introduced it into the campaign and made it so that way it's like, well, how long do blink dogs live? It's kind of their Fae, so probably a long time. So kind of a way to introduce that and to bring in a little more comfort to Thea. Fig was excited to see that Thea had a companion and was happy to meet Gitmo, because this was, she found him on the way, but it was very nice being the kid that's in love with Thea and or has a little childish crush, and introduce his animal to Thea, who has an animal, and see that that they both had animals, and kind of get him started on wanting to be an adventurer. But Thea finally gave what stone she had to Gruaic, which was a pretty small little stone, but ended up giving her 100 gold pieces for it because of the magic that was inclined in it. And she ended up staying the night at the Sunken Pony and hearing all the gripes from Oreg about Oren being bad cook and all that, and that's kind of what we did during the session. It took a lot of time, a lot of role playing, but it was nice to kind of reintroduce her into all the things that Thea missed over however long it was in between sessions, and as we kind of restarted the campaign, and was a nice little thing.